Hopefully you're all doing well today. Getting pretty close to finishing the city, which is nice, for sure. How's it going, everyone? Appreciate you all hopping in the stream. How's it going, everyone, today? Appreciate you guys all joining the stream. Um, yeah, you're saying to join you guys. I don't know what exactly is going on in my Discord server where everybody has like the name like my girlfriend or his girlfriend and stuff. Um, I'm not gonna change my name to that because it's kind of weird, and I'm not really certain that that I know what I'm getting into by joining in on that trend. Like it's kind of risky, so yeah, I'm not gonna change my name to that personally. I don't really know what you guys are doing there, but like I said, it's something that seems like it has a lot more for me to lose than to gain by doing that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I saw the. He was saying that he did a lot of raging when I was this morning talking to him on my server for a second. Because I meant to join the stream and I was really tired myself and I ended up going to bed earlier than I expected. And I didn't make it to the stream he was doing, which was unfortunate. But with that being said, I want to capture these tiles down here first. So I'm going to start doing that real quick. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Gravity? The pack opening's tomorrow. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, where did the time go, right? No, it's really cool that you guys have been here for so long, though, for real. Like, we're really close to opening all the packs up. And yeah, it's really cool that we hit 18,000 subs. I appreciate everybody that subscribed to the channel. I gotta be able to start working on videos again, because I was saying this yesterday, but when I live stream, I get a lot less, like, overall channel growth compared to when I'm posting videos. So I think kind of what happens is if I live stream one day here and there, new people will find my live stream. But like from me live streaming every day for a week, like I'm not really gaining new subs much anymore. Because everybody that watches the live stream each day is the same people. And I think the reason we hit so many viewers on the first day partially is because I hadn't really been going live that much yet. and I think that definitely affected things, and YouTube was pushing it to more people. But me going live every day really has definitely slowed things down for the channel overall. But yeah, it is crazy that tomorrow we're going to be actually opening all the packs, and everything that I've done during the stream is going to culminate into the results of tomorrow. Have I seen Desperado? I haven't seen it really, no, honestly. I've kind of seen people talk about it. I've heard people's opinions on it and everything, but I myself have not played BTD6 since that came out or anything. I haven't played BTD6 in a long time, so yeah, I have not seen anything about Desperado that, or I don't know anything about it, I should say, rather. Links keep getting sent, so you got here. Yeah, I know somebody's linking it in your guys' server, which I really appreciate you guys joining up as well. Also, Rose, I hope you're doing well. I saw you joined as well. You said you got here early. Yeah, it's definitely really early. I've been streaming for like maybe 5 minutes or something like that. So you're definitely super early today, and I appreciate you joining in as well. Hopefully you're doing well today. BTD6 more like BTD6. Yeah, that's pretty fair. Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on today either. That's a good question. It's always something weird, you know? 6 minutes, yeah, exactly. It's been like literally just started. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the whole my girlfriend trend in my Discord server that I saw. People were like, they kept on saying, "Oh, you got to join in Phenom," and I was like, I'm not sure about that, cause I don't even know what it is. Like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into with that. I don't really know like what the meme is. I'm not really. I don't really understand the joke there. Hey Tristan, how's it going? It's really cool to see that you're here early today as well, man. Hopefully you're doing well today. Oh, wait a minute. Is that why you guys are doing that joke? Because Rocker Jam was saying about how Bacteria Girl was his girlfriend? Is that why you guys are doing that now? Because I just realized, like, it might be from that. Like, that might be, like, what the meme is. That's all I can really think. I don't really know why else, you guys would be saying that. The only way of getting help would be joining us. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. Stream's gonna be starting off pretty slow again. Oh, 25 viewers is not bad. The slow realization. Yeah, I know you're not in the server, but I'm guessing that that's why they're saying that, because you were saying it in the what's it called? Like in the channel. I don't really. Dude, I was really confused by it myself. Everybody was telling me, like I said earlier, they were like, "Oh, Phenomics, you gotta join in on the my girlfriend thing," and I'm like, I'm not gonna change my name to that because like, I feel like that's kind of suspicious. Like you guys, most of you guys are probably not even adults, so I'm like, I don't know what you're asking me to say there by by asking me to change my name to that. And I thought it was something totally different. I was kind of confused, but then I started to realize once you said funny because Bacteria Girl is my girlfriend, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I think I see what's going on here now. Or at least potentially. But it got, okay, so somebody just pinged me in my server. This is where it all started. Oh, it started with you saying, alright, let me call. Oh. So we had nothing to do with that. So I was just wrong there. That's my bad. Let's see, low TV. You said, alright, let me call my girlfriend. I don't have one yet. And then everybody changed their name to my. Oh my god, okay. That's really funny because that actually makes a lot of sense. Like how quickly something like that's said is kind of like a simple little comment or a joke can get turned into a whole chain there. That's kind of funny though. I was definitely really confused as to what like was going on with that. Well, Tristan, I don't know if you're in the Discord server or not, but I was referring to something that was going on there, and then it was bleeding over into the live stream chat as well, and I was really confused because I was like, I don't know what the whole my girlfriend trend thing is, but now I see it's literally because Lobo TV said that he said I'll call my girlfriend. I don't have one yet, so everybody said they're my girlfriend as if that was literally their name, as a way to like make a joke around that. It's like, again, it's really funny how those little things start. Like you look at like other people's comment sections as well, and there's always like trends going on that people develop, and it's definitely interesting to me to see how a community will take things like that. It started because you got timed out. I didn't know you got timed out either. Yeah, well, I mean, of course, you guys are confused by it, but that'd be the same way that like I would be confused by something that's going on in your server as well. Like, I mean, I'm talking about something that was happening in my Discord server, like, so I wouldn't expect you to inherently know either. Oh, that also just destroyed everything. That was pretty easy to get through that tile. But yeah, I wouldn't expect you guys to know if you're not in the server or if you're not like around for that. Also, the mini land grab gives you 20 bloon stones. That's pretty nice. I mean, monkey teams gives you 10 bloon stones per tile, which is even better. But I don't even have to use certain towers or anything. I can just use whatever I want, which is super nice because obviously that'll allow me to just do whatever. And then 20 bloon stones every 3 tiles is still 6.6 repeating per tile. And then if I use whatever towers I want, I can also get the extra two bloon stones. So it'll be 26 per tile, which is, or 26 every 3 tiles rather, which is what, 8.6 repeating? Yeah, because 8 times 3 is 24, so 8.6 repeating tiles. 8.6 repeating bloon stones per tile. I mean, that's not bad at all, I don't think. And also, I'm not going to capture an insane amount of tiles today because I've already gotten a lot of the city developed. We don't have a ton of viewers right now, though. And I'm not trying to be rude to you guys and make you watch it, but like I'm going to capture the tiles earlier on while the stream is slowly growing, especially, and take care of that. 3:34 a.m. Oh, so you also live in Singapore? Or at least the same time zone as Macabre? Does the Spectre plus Monkey 4 combo work in BTD5 like Hydropods plus Monkey 4? I don't know if the Spectre in BTD5 works like that. I know in this game, from what people have said before, the Spectre works in this game the same way under the Monkey 4, and I'm guessing it would also work the same way in BTD5. I think there's a lot of explosive projectiles that have interactions with the Monkey 4, but people made a much bigger note of the Hydra Rocket Pod because of the fact that it's a lot more useful. Like, the Spectre is not really useful in BTD5, which I would have to say. You all live in Singapore? I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense for sure. Well, I know that, like I said, that Macabre lives there himself. Because he mentioned that in my chat before. And I learned that, like, how your time zone was pretty crazy for my live stream. Because by the time I start, it's already, like, usually, like, 1 or 2 a.m. for you guys. Or in this case, past 3 a.m. It's only BTD Battles that has handled the 4 glitch. So are all the towers the same in Bloons Monkey City as they are in BTD5? Because there's a lot of towers that get affected in Bloons Monkey City, but I would imagine that people make more of a note of the glitch in this game because there's a lot more towers that are useful, whereas in BTD5, most of those towers simply aren't. Nice, this tower will be pretty quick to capture. See, I'm going to capture a few tiles over here really quick because there was something I wanted to do yesterday, which was expand the road that I was building, and I'm going to move it downwards. And then also I want to capture some more lake tiles that I can put the submarines into and the buccaneers into, and I'll capture some tiles for the snipers as well. But I'm getting pretty close to really having the ultimate city here, I would say. Awkward silence. Was there an awkward silence? Maybe I stopped talking for a second, but I didn't think it was that long. You're asking what's my favorite strat. I just saw. I was looking at your channel activity. I see this is the first live stream that you've been a part of, so I appreciate you joining up. But my favorite strategy would depend on the map, I would say. Overall, if I'm trying to really get as far as possible in contested territory, then of course I'm going to be using Super Monkey temples and stuff. But like for beating tiles, I would say my favorite overall strategy is probably Ninja Wizard because it's just a really easy catch-all strategy when you're a higher level. However, the strategy that I used when I was a lower level to make progress was Dartling Gunner Glue. And keep in mind, I made it up to level 30 or so without opening any of my monkey knowledge packs. Like I went really far in the game, and I opened some in the beginning, but I only had rank 2 and rank 3 monkey knowledge in all of my towers, and I was already getting to like almost level 100 in contested territory without having most of the stuff. So I would definitely say the Dartling Gunner when you're a lower level or when you just don't have much monkey knowledge in the game is insanely powerful. And starting off with a Dartling Gunner and a Glue Gunner that's specifically 2-1 for the corrosive glue to pop leads is a really powerful start. And then you can build from there. You're on level 28. Yeah, like I said, I really did not play the game optimally for a very long time. And I was still able to make it really far. Like now, everybody complains about the tiles being repetitive and stuff because I've found strategies thanks to people who've communicated through my chat since I started streaming in the last 5 days. I found strategies that make it insanely easy, and I've also ranked up my own monkey knowledge and done other things too. So now it's like super easy for me to do the same strategy every tile, but you will see it works every time pretty much. And you basically want to have a strategy that covers all of the annoying rushes that you get sent. And obviously, like, check what you're facing first. Like, if you're facing camo craziness, I would definitely recommend trying to have a camo detection wizard because that's really powerful. And if you don't want to do that, then maybe use a sniper monkey or something. Not everybody likes the wizard. Some people complain that it's a noob tower. Personally, I wouldn't say it's a noob tower. It's more just like you're being efficient as possible and not choosing to use a strategy that takes more effort by using the wizard, because with level 5 monkey knowledge, its lightning removes the regrow property from 50% of bloons that it hits. And then also a 1-2 wizard is very powerful at destroying every camo lead that's going to be sent your way. So I personally think the wizard is overhated. I wouldn't call it underrated because it's very popular, but a lot of people will complain about it. I mean, I would say again, like, it's very useful in my experience. And if you're just trying to play the game for the sake of getting tiles easily and you don't want to be annoyed by, like, losing all the time to them, or at least, like, losing, like, on the first try and then wasting time, definitely you want to find strategies that are going to be as efficient as possible. And I would say trying to use, like, Wizard Ninja when you get later is going to be the best thing. And that's the strategy that Mythical told me about specifically, which I really appreciate him for. I don't know if he's going to show up today in the stream. I don't think he was here yesterday or the day before for that matter. But he was in the first few streams, and he told me about that strategy, which was really cool. And he was the former record holder for contested territory, in case anyone doesn't know. But yeah, I was using that after he told me, and as I've ranked up more and more, it definitely has been working really well. Oh, it's rank 4, not rank 5. Well, that's even better then. If you only need rank 4 monkey knowledge to get the lightning wizard upgrade, then definitely everybody should be going for that. And I would say if you're struggling to get through certain tiles early on, just go for something like that. Like, go for the Bloon Jitsu, Try to get the lightning wizard unlocked. Like try to get the 4-2 ninja and the 2-2 wizard unlocked with your upgrade buildings. And then from there, definitely start working on that strategy if you're struggling, especially if you're like level like 25, level 30, or well, you're probably not struggling at level 30, but if you're like in the level 20s and you're struggling, I would say go for that. But when you're first trying to progress, the best strategy in the game definitely is going to be Dartling Gunner, Glue Gunner. They work really well together. Their synergy is really powerful. And on some maps, they're still the best strategy, even when you get Monkey Knowledge as well. But the Dartling Gunner without any Monkey Knowledge is going to carry you super far, and it's insanely powerful as well. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Rank 14 is 70%. Think about that. Rank 4 is already 50%, and it does not take that much work to get rank 4 Monkey Knowledge compared to it taking an incredibly huge amount of work to get rank 14 Monkey Knowledge. And in that case, you're going to be spending like so much more time to get not that much more of a result, you know? So I really feel like that just going for like a lot of towers, the rank 4 or the rank 5 Monkey Knowledge is all you really need. And then maybe the towers that have good upgrades every level are worth investing in, like the Monkey Village, the Bloon Sabotage, the Monkey Tycoon, stuff like that. But yeah, I would definitely say that's the case. Oh, you asked what fell? It was something that it was something I was tossing in my one hand. I was just like tossing it to myself and I accidentally dropped it on the chair behind me. Yeah, sorry about that. I won't keep doing that. That was probably a big jump scare. Yeah, 1-1 Dartling spam is really powerful, especially if you're a lower city level. The 0-0 Dartling or the 1-0 Dartling and the 1-1 Dartling are all really great. Like, you want to start with the Dartling Gunner. In fact, I remember when I started playing this game, the first thing that I really saw was max level. I guess his name is supposed to be max level idiot, but it's like I die. It looks like. I guess that's the joke. But I saw his video about Bloons Monkey City, and he was talking about how broken the Dartling Gunner was. But like I was like, I kind of figured he was like joking around, or it was like an exaggeration. But then I realized like the Dartling Gunner really is just broken, especially when you're at a lower city level. Like I don't think he went up to level 35 or level 40 or anything like that. I'm guessing he went up to like level like 25 or something. You can't watch or play BMC for 3 days. All right, man. Well, hopefully you have a good rest of your day, brother. Sorry, sorry to hear that. But I appreciate you hopping in for a bit. And it's cool to see everyone who's here so far. When's the CD2T2 content to be expected? Well, it kind of really depends on how everything's going with the channel because, like, you got to consider for me to make a piece of content, you know, it's about a game that's not Bloons Tower Defense, is going to be realistically getting less views than my normal content, and the channel's already kind of slowed down lately. I mean, especially because I've been streaming every day. That definitely doesn't help. And then also I haven't really been posting bigger videos and stuff, so yeah, I have to kind of work around my schedule and stuff. I mean, I'm happy to post a video about it, especially if the game is something that contains a lot of content, because it really depends on the level of content that's in the game as to whether or not I can realistically make a big video about it or it'll just be like a smaller video. But in any case, I do plan to definitely check out the game as soon as I can. How's it going, Steppa? Appreciate you hopping on the stream. But yeah, no, I mean, the next 2 days I've got to wrap up the Bloons Monkey City streams, which honestly I'm really excited about because the biggest thing is that, the city really has developed a lot. I don't know if some of you guys have seen what I did to the city, but we have a lot of different areas developed at this point, and I'm at a point now where I don't have to capture that many more tiles. I don't think to get the city to where I want it to be ultimately. Like I can definitely. Oh, there we go. I can definitely today capture some tiles down here, build the road I want, and then capture some more tiles for the towers I want to put. But overall, a lot of the sections are already kind of set up, and then I have to find some more areas to use for the other towers I want to place. But I'm definitely pretty excited to see how things go. The Phoenix is actually pretty powerful, I would argue. I would say like, especially like people that think the Wizard like is a noob tower, have to admit at least that the Phoenix is actually decent for the price. It's not that bad, like of an activated ability, and it will help you sometimes. Is there a second map you capture all tiles? Unfortunately, not. I wish that this version of the game had another city, but that's only on the Flash version of the game, which Bloons beat or what's it called? Ninja Kiwi, like the server for Bloons Monkey City went down and stuff. But they should definitely bring that back if they're not planning to make an update or a new version of Bloons Monkey City. Because the Flash version has a lot of things that this version's missing. In the future, are you planning to get every tower just enough to build everything? One day I might get every tile. I think that would be really cool. But definitely not during the streams, obviously, because that won't be possible. Right now, just for reference, if you're wondering what I'm trying to do, I just gotta capture 3 more tiles. And you can see here, this is the layout for the road I built, but it's 4 tiles, or I'm sorry, 5 tiles wide. So it's going to take 2 tiles and have to be in the center of them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the dirt road connect to the end of it. And then the city road's going to start right here once you get up to the city. And then this dirt road will lead down to here, which it already does, and lead to this area, which I think is really cool. But I want to capture enough tiles to widen the city road right here, which will look nice. And then I'm also going to have to either expand this area, like maybe extend it down and have the city road connect to that, or maybe I can like attach another tower to this area to the explosives. But I could always build more mortars and bombs as well. We'll see what we want to do there. Yo, what's up, WM? I appreciate you hopping in the stream, man. I feel like you're here a lot earlier than last time, but I appreciate you saying that as well. I thought the road looked really good, actually. Like, in all honesty, I think that's better than any other design you could use for the road. I mean, the only thing that's missing is something in the middle, like little dividers, but there's just no tiles that would work for that. If there's a way to do that, then I'll obviously do it. But like, I think with the tarmac, with the 3 tarmac tiles, and then the 2 tiled, literally tiled tiles or tiled path pieces on each side, I think that looks really good for sure. You finished your stuff to do early? That's cool. What do we need a 5 tile road for exactly? Because it looks like a much more what's it called? Like developed road for the city. The pathway that is further out is only 1 tile wide, which I might make it 2 tiled wide, the dirt path, but yeah, I want the city roads to be 5 tiles wide because it looks really nice with 3 tarmac tiles and then one piece of sidewalk on each end. I think overall it looks really good. And that's the main reason why I want to have it, because it just looks nice. There's not going to be a ton of roads, to be clear. Like, the city roads are not going to be all over the place because a lot of stuff is already connected. So the roads are only going to be kind of used to like go between areas that aren't already connected otherwise. Yeah, I could check out the stream sometime as well. I'll have to see when he's going to stream again as well because I'll try to join up for that also. Sometimes you have to get laser cannon. Is the laser cannon really useful? Because I've never really found much value from it in this game. But yeah, I do have to capture the necessary tiles for sure. So that way I can fill up any areas that I'm missing. Like, I want to capture some tiles around where the sniper monkeys are so I can fit them all behind the tree line. And I want to capture some more lake tiles so that I can have all of the Buccaneer and submarine buildings be in lakes that are outside of the ones that I'm using for the super monkeys. Because I'm trying to make it where like the super monkeys are rich and they have their own private lakes basically, which means that they only have a few things in there that they're using for themselves. And it's also pretty cool because in a few cases the helicopter that the super monkey has is next to the mountain tiles, which are I'm gonna leave alone, which is cool because it's like you can kind of imagine they're using the helicopter to fly up into the mountains or something. So I really like that idea too. But yeah, there's some more tiles I gotta capture to set up some of the last things I want to do, and also I want to connect anything that's like not immediately connected. I'm gonna use City Road to connect it as well. Which again, like I want to have the road being connecting from the dirt path that goes down to the ice monkey, or it goes down to the wizard monkeys and the ice monkeys. But I want to have a city road. Like I'll have that path kind of lead onto the sidewalk or something. Because it can be like obviously the monkeys don't drive, so they don't need a road for cars anyways. Which I guess you could say, oh, the 5 tile road, it's a little exuberant for that, but it still looks cool, I think. And I mean, I was looking like if you look at most other people's cities, they don't really make an effort to do anything besides basically pack every one of the same buildings together and call it a day. And people like complained about my city being ugly, but all they did was just basically they're like, oh, I have 10 ninja monkeys. Okay, I'm gonna do a 5x2 grid of the ninja monkeys, and then a 5x2 grid of the dart monkeys, and then a grid of this. Like, and everything's just packed together, and that's it. Like, to me, that's not really. It doesn't really look good just because it satisfies your OCD. It doesn't make it a good city. Hopefully, everyone's doing well today, though. I appreciate everybody joining up the stream. Oh, it'll be maybe in the next 1 to 2 months. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you, man. I guess like either you can let me know my Discord server, or if you want to DM me or whatever it is. When we're closer to the time you're actually going to be streaming, just let me know. How long is the stream? If you're asking me, this stream is going to be for another 7 hours, about a little bit more than 7 hours. We're probably only 40 minutes in. Yeah, we're only 34 minutes in, so it's going to be another 7.5 hours that I'll be streaming for. The best early gunner has for probably on the Bloons move is the Ray of Doom. Um, if you sacrifice it to the temple, it's insane. Um, Lego Master Ninja, you do know that any like it doesn't matter what other sacrifice you use, right? Like sacrificing the Ray of Doom versus sacrificing $30,000 worth of overclock engineers will have the same exact effect. Like you do know that, right? Also, the Ray of Doom is good at popping balloons, but for its price in Bloons Monkey City, it's just never really worth it, I don't think, personally. I would have to say that the Hydra rocket pods underneath the Monkey Fort Village is insanely good at popping any non-Moab class balloons already, and that's going to be your best bet by far. You're not watching for that long? Well, no one's asking you to either. I mean, I don't really know what that's supposed to mean, but... Also, I don't know what's up with Joshua here. He popped in the first day and said that the same thing that he's saying today about Jesus loves you, seek him. I don't know if that's a general message for everybody, but anybody is obviously more than welcome to have whatever faith they want, but also this is not a inclusive stream in that way. Like, I don't expect anyone to believe in a particular faith here, or not to believe in it either. So that's not really like what the point of this is, man. But I'm really happy that that is what fulfills your life. That's great for you, brother. Hopefully, anybody else here who feels the same way can take solace from that as well. And to be clear, it's not an attack on your religion. It's just me saying that nobody else here who doesn't feel that way should feel excluded either in my streams, because that's not the point. And I never want anybody to feel that way at all. I'll make dumb jokes myself about whatever, especially like yesterday when Oliver was spamming in the stream. But hopefully that can be taken at face value. And in any case, you know, I'm just saying that anybody who has any major religious belief or doesn't have it should feel welcome here regardless. Yeah, the Ray of Doom, I would say, in contested territory can be decent if you're trying to reduce lag. I personally think it's a little bit useful for reducing lag. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. You guys gotta go. Well, I appreciate y'all being here. I know I started my stream pretty late for you guys, for sure. But also, what's it called? I appreciate everyone who's tuning in so far, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how the city ends up developing. It's been coming. It's been a long way. We've been averaging probably like close to 9 hours a day overall, because the first stream was 11 and a half hours, and I usually go a bit over 8 hours, so it's probably been more like 9 hours a day. BTD5 is easy as cheese. Um, well, WM, that depends on how you look at it. Like, sure, it might be easy to beat most maps, or you also could say it's easy to use double cache to beat everything, but it's not easy to beat Tar Pits, Mastery, and Poppable without agents or injections or premiums, I wouldn't say at all. That's pretty tough, and you're not just going to do that first try. Most people have never done that and will never do that. You know what I mean? So there's some challenges in BTD5 that are quite tough, and it's like they're integrated into the game. Like using the things that are in the game make it tougher. I mean make it really easy, but like there are some challenges that are pretty tough in BTD5. And by that logic, Bloons Monkey City is actually the easiest game ever in the BTD series, because like BTD 5 has some challenges that are really tough if you don't use the premiums, but Bloons Monkey City doesn't have premiums, and I'm able to still capture any tile that I want first try if I use the decent strategies in the game. Bloons Monkey City is literally just figuring out what strategy works and capturing tiles based on that, and then you just win. The only hard part about this game is just how much time you have to spend in order to build the city that you want, which is obviously what these streams have been dedicated to. So I do agree that BTD 5 is very easy overall, but I feel like Bloons Monkey City is the easiest, like, period. It's just like, it's just easy. Like, anything in this game is easy. Besides, the only thing that's tough in this game is setting a contested territory record, which, if you use that logic, setting a world record in BTD 5 is way harder because Mateo pushed the record to a nearly impossible level for other players. And it's always been up to the community to actually make a game more difficult by pushing records in it themselves, as opposed to Ninja Kiwi adding challenge to the game until BTD 6. Like, BTD 6 is the only game that has genuinely difficult challenges integrated into the actual game itself. You've played Prime Clash of Clans, so BMC time taken is a walk in the park. Yeah, Clash of Clans, I'd imagine, takes a lot of time. I would say, honestly, Minecraft is a game that you could spend more time on than you'd realize as well. Like, I remember being really obsessed and putting like 100 hours into a world in a really short time, and it just never felt like enough. Like, you start to build like mob farms, like what's it called? Like, I built like the Nether Roof farm for zombie piglins, and like the gold farm, like when you glitch through the Nether Roof. And I had the Enderman farm and the End Island and all that. And like, I had the Creeper farm was actually one of my favorites I had because that was kind of tough with I built like 15 layers for that, so I had to capture all the cats to use because the cats will scare the creepers towards the end. And then the trick that's really cool about that is you use slabs at the bottom to make the tiles just under 2 blocks tall, so that way skeletons and zombies can't spawn in there. And then of course you also use carpets, so spiders can't spawn too. But that's basic mob farming logic because you don't really want spiders in a drop-based mob farm anyways. But yeah, no, I mean that was like that was something that took me so long to set up all those farms and everything, and it was like it never felt like enough playing that game. Like, I remember, I don't know, I used to play Minecraft as a really young kid, but we didn't really have any of that stuff back then, or at least not like it wasn't very easy to do, setting up mob farms and all that. And I just kind of played the game, for what it was. But I got back into it like a year or two ago, and it was really insane setting up a world where I wanted to have like everything in it. Like, I remember the first thing I did was I made or like the first thing I built that was like kind of major was I just used a simple skeleton spawner that I found, and I had it dropping the skeletons down to where they get down to 1 XP or like 1 HP basically, and then you can kill them all and you get a ton of XP, but also you get all the bones from it, which I was using for crops and stuff, using for the bone meal. But it was crazy like how quickly I went from feeling like that was a really awesome farm to then like building up like a 15 layer creeper farm that could get me like a couple thousand gunpowder an hour, building the Enderman farm so I could get like 60,000 XP an hour, building that I built a couple different zombie piglet farms. I built one that used the AFK glitch where you could use the fact that it used to give you, actually no, didn't they patch that glitch and then unpatch it where you get XP from zombified penguins or like piglins that are triggered at you, or zombie. What are they called? Oh my god, they're not piglins, but they're zombified pigmen, I guess, right, or whatever. Obviously, not the other ones that you can trade with, but the ones that try to attack you if you're not wearing gold. But you could go and trigger them, and they would still give you XP if they were aggroed at you. And you could have one that was trapped in a boat, and I would just trap one in a boat, shoot an arrow at it, and then all the rest of them would run at me and then fall into their pit of death. And it was a really good way to farm gold XP. I mean, gold while AFK, and also farm XP as well. But also, I had another one that was even faster because it would actually rely on using looting 3. But what I'm trying to say is that Minecraft is like the ultimate game that you just cannot, I feel like, ever do enough to ultimately master it. And Bloons Monkey City really does remind me of that. Like, no matter what I do each day and how much I play, I feel like it's never enough to get where I want to be. How to make a make of a make of a make? Hmm. It's a good question. I don't really know what that means. The brutes, piglin brutes. Well, piglin brutes are like um a different, yeah, like 6x6. Sorry, I just started reading a freaking DM that I had about something else. I was going to say it's a 6x6 space. Sorry, I was like, yeah, totally thinking about something else there. This should be really easy though to capture. But the piglin brutes are the one. Wait, well, the piglins are the ones that you trade with, right? But zombified pigmen are the what are they like? Or is that the old name for them? The zombified pigmen. That's like the old. I think that's the old name. I'm trying to remember, but there's the ones that you can actually farm as well. And if you get into the right biome, they're the only things that really spawn, or they spawn at way higher rates as well. And when you kill them, they drop gold and gold weapons and stuff. And if you set up a farm for them on the nether roof, you can farm them extremely fast. And it's really easy to get on the nether roof. You just use a freaking well, you have to find where the nether roof has only one layer of bedrock between the top and bottom, and then you use a couple ender pearls to glitch through. So it's super easy to glitch up there. I mean, this was like a year or two ago when I was building this world, but point being, like, I became obsessed with that game for a short time when I got back into it and I saw all the stuff you could do, and it's felt like everything I did wasn't enough. And I feel like the same way with Bloons Monkey City. It's like no matter how much time I put in to capturing more tiles for towers and everything, it's like I always want to do more and more. It's like, oh, I could do this or that now. Yeah, exactly. Piglin brutes are in bastions, right? And that's what I was gonna say. Like the piglins are what you actually trade with, right? But they're Oh, so the other ones are the zombified piglins. Okay, I didn't know if there was something else. I was trying to remember, but the thing is, they used to be something else. Like before piglins existed, especially on the mobile version of Minecraft, I remember it used to be different because the Nether Dimension used to not exist in Pocket Edition of Minecraft. Does anyone remember this? Here's some nostalgia. The Nether Reactor Core. Do any of you guys remember that? Playing Minecraft way back in the day when Pocket Edition, before it became the same as Bedrock Edition, and it was its own game, and back when like mobile devices couldn't handle having the Nether Dimension and everything. It used to be a lot different, I remember. I'm sure everybody remembers the old netherrack textures and all that stuff too. But yeah, zombie pigmen, right? Exactly. Yeah, that's what they are. Zombie pigmen. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. That's what. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of exactly. Yo, how's it going, Obi? I appreciate you hopping on the stream. Also, we're almost up to 50 viewers. That's really cool to see. But yeah, I was gonna say I've been really into Minecraft like, or I was really into it like a year ago. But as a kid, especially, it was like something I was definitely really obsessed with, and I just loved the game a lot. But yeah, I heard that they added hardcore mode to Bedrock finally. When I bought Minecraft a couple years ago, I bought the like definitive edition, so I would get Bedrock and Java because I knew that my friends were gonna play Bedrock and they were gonna set up a realm on there, but I wanted to play Java because a lot of the stuff is better on Java. Like for example, the zombie pigmen or zombified piglins, whatever they are now, they have like a much wider range that they can see you from. So when you set up a gold farm on another roof, or just a gold farm in general, you can get way higher gold rates per hour on Java because they can see you from way further away than they can on Bedrock. So the tiles of magma blocks that you set up can be way larger because of it, and stuff like that. I know it might sound like silly, but I am always somebody who's wanting the optimal rates. Also, there's a bug where smelting cactus of all things gives you way more XP on Java than it does on Bedrock. And cactus like smelting farms are actually like good sources of XP on Java. I don't know if like anybody's ever really done that before, but they're like they're like the easiest AFK farm to set up ever. You literally use fence blocks to make it so that the cactuses automatically break and then get collected into furnaces, or they get collected into hoppers. I mean, that then go into furnaces, and then you use another renewable source to keep them full. Or you know, if you're not really into that, you could even just use something like dried kelp blocks because they're the most efficient fuel source in the game, and you can get more XP from drying the kelp as well. Like, there's really like a lot of things you can do on Java that I feel like make the game more accessible. But also the other thing is that, of course, the Wither is way harder on Bedrock Edition, so there is that too to consider. Like, it's a much that's one thing that's much more of a challenge and makes the game more immersive on Bedrock, I would say, because getting a beacon is not just like a joke; it's an actual rite of passage. Beating the Wither over there. How does Moab Graveyards work again? It's a pretty short tile, I think. It only has like 14 rounds, if I remember correctly. And you get like special rewards for them, but I don't think they're too hard to beat, the Moab Graveyards. I don't remember though. It's been a while since I've beaten a Moab Graveyard tile. But it will be really cool to see once I capture. I think this is the last tile I have to capture here. And then once I capture this, I can set up my city road and have it going past the Moab Graveyard tile, which I think will look really cool. I wouldn't say beating the Wither on Bedrock is still really easy. I mean, maybe if you're like somebody that plays Minecraft a lot, but most people would agree that beating the Wither is like it's a rite of passage the first time on Bedrock. Like, you can't just trap it in a cage or something, and it does certain things. Like, it gains like an ability that it doesn't have, like when it's at low health on Bedrock as well. I'm pretty sure beating the Wither is easier on Bedrock if you're like really like powerful, because I think if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Sharpness 5 do way more damage per hit on Bedrock than it does on Java, because it stacks differently with the level. So I think there's certain things that make it easier to deal damage in Bedrock Edition, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think that's the reason why on Java it makes sense to use an axe and stuff too, because of the way that the sword works. Or like there's like certain thing with the sharpness enchantment. You and your mates died like 3 times in full netherite gear and lost everything. Yeah, that would be definitely really annoying. And actually, I remember I triggered a raid the one time on purpose, and I had a decent amount of gear, but like I lost to like the last level of the raid, and there was these brutes, or like what are they? Like the pillager like brutes or something, or not brute. Oh my god, what are vindicators? That's what they are. There was these vindicators that were guarding all of the loot that I dropped, and it was in this little area where the village was set up super weird, where it had all these like mounds around it. So I had to drop into the area, and I would drop back in and catch all my gear, but the vindicator would kill me in like one hit because I wouldn't have enough time to put my gear back on, because I'm not built different like that at gaming. So I would try to catch all my gear and then I would keep on getting one tapped by the vindicator. Or maybe it kills you in 2 hits. I think the first hit takes you down to like 1 heart or something like that when you have no gear on. But it was like just completely destroying me, and I could not for the life of me get past or like get like my stuff back, and I literally like rage quit out of the entire world. I just deleted the world. And it sucked because I had like 50 hours on there, and it was the stupidest thing ever. I was like, oh, I'm gonna purposely trigger a raid on this village. Surely that will go well. And yeah, it did not go well. How do you get hotkeys on BMC? Honestly, like, what's it called? A lot of the hotkeys don't work. Like, activated abilities don't have hotkeys unfortunately. If that happens, change to peaceful mode. Yeah, actually, what happened? The reason I couldn't change, I would have. I'll be real with you. I would have changed to peaceful mode if I hadn't already locked my game to hard mode. Because what had happened was, I just in the past when I would play Minecraft, I would do that, and like when I was like panicking, I would change the game to peaceful. So I was like, okay, I'm determined no matter what. I'm going to not switch to peaceful. So I realized you can lock your game to a difficulty. So I locked my game to hard mode. It wasn't hardcore, it was just regular hard mode, obviously. But I locked it to that difficulty because I didn't want to have the option to change to peaceful. And then, yeah, I just rage quit out of the game because I was like, dude, for the life of me, I cannot. There was 2 Vindicators in this little area, and I could not beat them. And they were the only things left as part of like the last raid. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? But yeah, it was definitely it was definitely a funny conclusion. But also, I got all of these tiles over here now, so this is nice because I can expand the city road. So I'm gonna move the road down here. And this will be cool because like the way you can use the tiles in this game, I kind of like, since you can put or not the tiles. I'm sorry, the path pieces. The way you can use them all in the tiles is really nice because you can kind of split them between 2 different tiles however you want, and it gives you a little bit more flexibility. Also, look at that. The tiled piece connects to the tarmac. That's kind of nice how the pieces connect to each other. I'm glad Ninja Kiwi at least put some thought into like the pathing pieces because it does help for building roads and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to build... I want this to be how the city road is going to look. And I'll build out the rest of the pathing. I'll get rid of the other pathing, I guess. Well, I will, but like it's going to be annoying to do because this game has a really poor system for how you delete pathing. Like I'm going to have to go and pull... Oh, wait. Surely I can just go and do this and just... that guy actually stayed there. That's cool. Surely I can just do this. Yeah, okay. I'm catching up to you. Watch out there, wizard monkey. And you're gone. There we go. If you play Minecraft, they was like your mom, your game will poop its pants. Yeah, I get what you're saying by when you say the game will poop its pants. I would have to say part of the issue might be that, you know, you're not playing on the best system, but I don't really know. Yeah, it's kind of cool how they walk around the road, though. Because I used to play on a tablet myself, and it still worked. But I don't know, maybe... I mean, Minecraft, I guess, is more intense now. Because that's the other thing, is that Minecraft was easier to run because, realistically speaking, it wasn't the same game as it is now. It used to be Pocket Edition, like I was saying before, which meant that you didn't have nearly as much intensity running the game on your device. Like I said, the Nether used to not even exist and stuff, I remember. I don't know if anybody else remembers that or not, but... After I finish building this road, I'll open up a monkey knowledge pack. What do you guys think I'll get in there, though? Also, I have 2,800 bloon stones, which is a lot more than I had when I started streaming. I've been getting like an average like 400 a day or something, I think. Even despite the fact that at the end of yesterday's stream, I accidentally actually spent 50 bloon stones on recharging the beacon. So I'm one level higher on the boss than I would be otherwise. But I did get some monkey knowledge packs from completing the boss. I mean, so if you guys want to let me know what you think I'll get from the packs, that'd be cool to hear for sure. Also, it's cool to see these guys spawning on the road. Like, look at that. And I like that it's connected to the tiles up here too, because it's really cool how, like, if you have all the pathing connected like this, the monkeys will walk between it. And I mean, surely that just makes sense to have that connect to the tile up there. I mean, like, you just, like, you imagine, you know, a monkey, like, walks out of here. He wants to go to the main town, so he walks up here, comes to the main road, and then obviously the main road's gonna connect to more. Like, right now it's just this tile for this area, but I've got to, like, the helicopters are not gonna stay here. That's not permanent or anything. I don't know exactly what I want to do with that stuff yet. Also, we got 58 viewers right now. I appreciate everybody who's watching. I'm gonna definitely capture some more, probably of these tiles too, I think. Because I need, like, more tiles to put, like, the submarines in and the Buccaneers. Actually, I'll probably capture these ones because it'd be cool to have, it'd kind of be cool to have the Buccaneers out here, I feel. Or not the Buccaneers, I mean, it'd be kind of, yeah, it'd be really cool to have the submarines out here. So I'm definitely going to capture all of these tiles. Because I want all the submarines to be out in this area. Like, they'll be a little bit further out from the city as well. Because you think about it, like, the submarines are all trying to explore new land, you know? Yeah, we are 1 hour into the stream. It's kind of crazy how fast it goes by. Time flies when you're having fun, right? I mean, honestly, it is really fun to build up the city itself. But also today I've been trying to let myself just talk about whatever seems relevant for the stream as opposed to really worrying about the game. And it seems to be going pretty well. The city's looking good and not gonna lie. Hey, I really appreciate it, man. It really means a lot to me. I honestly would argue when my city is done, I'm gonna have one of the best Bloons monkey cities in the entire game. I mean, I can't imagine there's that many people who will have a better city than this. But yeah, I have to argue that it already looks nice, but I think especially by the time it's done, it's just gonna be like next level. I look at other people's cities that I compete with in contested territory, and everyone does the same thing. They just put all of the same buildings together at a high level, and they just call it a day. Then nobody takes the time to do stuff like this. And even people that have built tile underneath their buildings, I don't think they put as much thought into organizing the buildings as well and capturing so many extra tiles. But we'll see. You got to run through the side of your house and back. Well, hopefully that workout goes well for you there. You're going to make your lasagna soon. Hopefully that's good, man. I appreciate you joining the stream as well, Candy. Also, petition to build express shipping. Yeah, that would be a good petition for sure. Well, Bloons Monkey City 2 is a good petition. But yeah, BTD 6 could definitely incorporate some stuff from Bloons Monkey City. I mean, I'm sorry, from BTD 5. That would be really cool like that. You can watch ads on the mobile version of Bloons Monkey City to get reward or to get things unlocked sooner, because that's pretty crazy. I would probably do that on the Steam version if it was available. What is better in damage per second, a 3-2 or a 4-2 boat? Do you mean damage per second for its price? Or overall damage per second? Because a 4-2 boat is way better in damage per second than a 3-2 boat. And the submarines don't matter at all. I'm not really sure like what you're asking here, man. The submarines have nothing to do with... Like, a submarine doesn't make a boat stronger in this game. So I'm just not quite sure, like, what exactly you're asking, or like what like the point of the question is, but yeah, like a 4-2 submarine, I'm sorry, a 4-2 boat is way stronger than a 3-2 boat for sure. Although obviously I would also say the 3-2 or 3-0 Buccaneer is probably better for its price than a 4-2 Buccaneer. Like, I would rather spam 3-2 Buccaneers personally, because I think overall, like, this is cheaper, or this is about the same price as one. Actually, it's probably cheaper. Like, 5 of these or 6 of these is the same price as one 4-2 Buccaneer, which I think this is going to deal a lot more damage than a single one for the same price. You can watch an ad to skip 15 minutes of wait time. Oh, well, that's not that much. Okay. I'm not missing out on too much there, then. Because I was going to say, like, that's kind of overpowered if you can, like, keep on watching ads and skip a ton of wait time, but... 15 minutes is still a lot, though. Well, that's a pretty good trick there, Zeno. On the Windows 10 version of Bloons, watching an ad skips 4 hours instead of 15 minutes. 4 hours is enough to actually make the ad watching really worth it as well. Hey, how's it going, Super Kai? I don't think I've seen you around for a little while. Been a couple of days. Appreciate you hopping in, man. Hopefully you're having a great day. You're going to attempt contested territory again with double shot. Hopefully it goes well for you, man. You might want a little bit more than that, but... it's going to be a little bit tough. I mean, I'm not sure how far you're planning to go. But yeah. Hopefully it goes well for you. I think I got everything underneath the village right here as well. Is that even... that's barely... I was going to say, it's barely even enough to pop everything. But certainly if we get a couple absolute zeros, it'll be really easy to just slow everything down and not worry about it. You're gonna sleep the stream? Well, hopefully it helps you, or like, yeah, hopefully it helps you get to sleep and you enjoy it. You have to go mow the rest of your lawn? Alright, man, well, sorry I just saw this message. The only reason I'm laughing is because I was actually mowing the lawn myself before streaming as well. But yeah, hopefully it's not too hot for you out there, man. And good luck with that, brother. Hopefully you'll be back. You're at least trying to beat Wave 11 for the Knowledge Pack. Wait, you get a Knowledge Pack for beating Wave 11 on contested territory? Because, that's... I mean, I guess it makes sense that like a single Knowledge Pack is not that valuable, but... I'm like, that's pretty generous, or that's pretty nice of them. I mean, like, at least the game actually gives you something. Because I feel like there should be more rewards for pushing, like, decently far. Like, it shouldn't be so hard to get the ancient packs and stuff, I don't think. You gotta go shave your sofa. I'm not quite sure if that's like what exactly that is, but hopefully it goes well for you, man. Alright, we should survive here just fine, yeah. Also, the 20 bloonstones for the mini land grab isn't too bad. At least. I guess I'll capture the mountain tile as well. I might as well, right? Because if I don't capture it and I capture everything around it, it's going to have like the 4 walls around it and it's going to look super weird. You gotta go fight off the pigeons with missiles? I'm not quite sure what version of BT you're playing, but sounds interesting for sure there, brother. Oh, that's so funny, Super Tatum. I can't believe you actually had that same issue that I did. That was like literally, I remember I made my video, my first ever video about Bloons Monkey City, and I was like looking for where the pirate upgrade building could go. And I was like, I don't know what this river edge tile thing is. And I thought it was a special tile that you had to find until I realized it literally means the tile that's alongside the edge of your river. Which I was like, wait, are you serious right now? Like, that's all I had to do? Also, I'm pretty sure you can place it inside of a lake as well. Or at least you can use an editor to place it in other spots. Because when I was messing around with the buildings in the editor, I'm pretty sure I put it in a random spot and it just worked as well. So I think once you have it placed down, you can put it wherever you want. From what I can tell, at least. You're gonna go play Minecraft? Alright, man, well. Hopefully it goes well for you, brother. I'll see you when you come back to the stream then, man. But my favorite game, that's a good question. I mean, it depends on, like, how you look at the question. Because, like, my favorite game to play and, like, the game that's given me the most by far is obviously BTD5. It's literally where my channel started. But my favorite game to watch is definitely Super Smash Bros. Melee. I mean, I've been following that for over a decade now, since I was a kid, and I mean, I've only like seen the community grow more and more and push the game further and further, and it still gets better. I was just watching somebody who was super cool to watch the last couple of days because I've been somebody who's always liked Samus in that game, and that's who I used to play when I went to local tournaments. But I always thought that she was like underdeveloped in the game, and there's this player named Wevins who's actually really pushing the character now, and it's been really awesome to see all of the stuff that I've kind of believed the character could do for a long time actually finally being realized by somebody who's willing to make that effort with her. So yeah, I mean, with that being said, my favorite game probably overall would be Super Smash Bros. Melee, but the game that I would say has done the most for my life by far is BTD5, and that's where my entire channel started. And it's been really awesome to have obviously like an entire community build up, being able to stream for you guys the last week and having people who actually will watch as the Bloons Monkey City gets built up is insanely awesome in its own right. So yeah, that's the answer to that question there for you, Tristan, which hopefully that was a good one. You're level 28 and the first reward for you is on round 16. Does the rewards really change like based on your level? I think as soon as you get to like level 20 or so, it stops changing. Maybe like when you're a lower level, it is different. I'll check where the first I'll definitely check where the first reward is for me as well, but it probably is also level 16 as well. Around 16, I mean. I keep on saying level, but I would have to imagine that round 16 is probably where I get my first reward as well. Because I'm pretty sure it doesn't change after you get to like level 20 or something. The only reason you're confused because in BMC Flash is an actual tile you find. Well, I guess that makes sense why it is written that way. Because, like, yeah, like I said before, I remember when I saw it pop up, the way it looked like it was its own tile. Like, it seemed like the game was acting like it was a special tile. So I just kind of assumed it must be. I thought like the river edge was like I thought that there was a special tile that you captured at the edge of the river, literally, and that you had to capture in order to place that building on it, or something like that. I'm not gonna be making like a vlog video or something, at least anytime soon. Maybe in the future, but like as of now, it wouldn't really be a video worth watching for anybody. Like, there's a reason why I make content where I'm recording my screen, because it's not like my own life is very interesting or or even like something that people would care to see. If I made a video like that, it would get like 100 views, maybe a couple hundred if I'm lucky, but nobody would really watch it, and it would just be like it would just be awkward. I feel like because it's really hard in the moment. Like, I already have pauses on stream enough as it is. Like, imagine trying to record a vlog video. Excuse me, sorry about that. You're gonna hang out for 10 more minutes though, and then you're gonna go to sleep. Well, I appreciate you being here for the stream. Hopefully you're able to tune in tomorrow as well. I'm gonna start my stream earlier tomorrow in the day, or earlier in the day tomorrow rather. That was like dyslexia of the mouth. But no, I'm gonna definitely start it earlier because my plan is tomorrow for me to be able to really have as many people in here as possible, and I want to open up all the packs as well during the stream, which I'll see. Like, maybe I'll open up like 50 packs at a time and then I'll move on. Like, so maybe everybody can get to see me opening packs instead of me opening all of the packs at once. I think it might be cool to do like 50 packs and then go and work on the city a little bit more and then open 50 more packs or whatever it is that I'm doing. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. But yeah, it's crazy to think that tomorrow is going to be where everything gets opened up, Alright, yeah, I got the mountain tile now. We'll see how many tiles we need for all the submarines that I have. Hopefully not too many. But the plan is for me to basically capture all these lake tiles out here and use them for the submarines, and then I'll capture the lake tiles that are near the ship ruins and I'll put more of the Buccaneers over there. And with those being stored, I mean, almost everything else I have can really be set up in the city already, if it's not already set up. So we're getting pretty close to that point, for sure. And I'm pretty excited to see where we get to. You opened a pack yesterday and gave you 250 plus for a lot of cards. So yeah, what happened is you opened up a pack that gave you a Dark Legendary card, and it's actually the rarest card in the game, from what I understand. But yeah, it'll level up if you're a lower level in the game, especially. It'll give you like a level up for a lot of your cards. When I was actually opening all of my packs the one time on stream, I got 2 of those in a row, and I was popping off about it. And then I got 3 out of 5 as well, which was cool. You asked what's my real name. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, why would I say my real name? Like, obviously, the reason of using a handle is because you want to have a username on YouTube. Like, I don't think most people want to just like have everybody knowing their real name. Maybe if you're friends with somebody, but it's a little different, like, to just say that for everybody who watches you, you know? You finally got the knowledge pack. That's good. Roughly 1 to 2% drop rate. Yeah, I was curious about that. I was asking people last time when I was doing the stream when that happened, like, what were the chances? Because I was definitely really surprised when I got 2 of them in a row, and then I got a third one after 2 more packs as well. So I got 3 Dark Legendary cards in 5 packs and 2 in a row, which is seems like it's really insane. I feel like getting 2 in a row, if it's 1%, then 2 in a row surely is 1 in 10,000, right? Oh yeah, we're good there. Yeah, I was gonna say I think the Pierce in particular, and also the range really helps these guys because like they already have a huge range, and I'm pretty sure the range is based on how big the tower already is. Like it's a percentage increase. But yeah, it is. So like if these guys already have such a huge range, they get like incredibly impressive range once you have the village as well. Here we go. It's definitely not a 5% drop rate for the for the Dark Legendary card. It's definitely not 5%. If you got a 1 in 20 packs, then that would be great, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe I'm wrong, but you opened 500 plus packs in total to get 1. Yeah, I mean, it probably is like a 1% or something like that, I would guess. It's pretty rare because any of the bounties, like, because when Super Tatum said 1 in 20, I think any bounty has a 1 in 20 chance, but that is only one of the bounty cards. So I'm pretty sure there's like 5 different bounties you can get, which makes it a 1 in 100 chance. And you might have got really unlucky with it. To be fair, I'm pretty sure the first couple 100 packs I opened in the past, I never got any. And then when I was opening packs on stream, I was getting them. But I opened like 350 packs in a row. So maybe the game feels pity on you when you do that much. I don't know. Look at how many pops this guy's actually getting. It's actually crazy like how fast, even with the other towers dealing damage, this guy's dealing damage so quickly to them. Is there really a card that's rarer than the Dark Legendary? Because if there is, I don't know what card that is. Yeah, that was that was funny when I was like popping off about the cards there. It was a truly built different moment, for sure. I don't think I've lost any tiles so far either, which is pretty good. For once, paying enough attention to not just straight up lose the tiles. You just got a second knowledge pack from contested territory. Well, that's really cool, man. I'll have to check, like I said, where the rewards actually start kicking in for my particular level, because I'm not really sure where I'll start getting them, but I don't think it's going to be until like level 16 or something like that. Which I never really thought about it, but it makes sense that the level that you get rewards at adjusts based on what your current city level is. Dang, it sounds like there's a pretty big thunderstorm brewing outside. Hopefully, like, the stream doesn't just randomly crash out or something because there's like a loss of power. It would be less than ideal. I'm gonna check on that real quick. I heard something. Yeah, there's definitely a huge storm going on outside, so hopefully I don't lose power. Like, I've been hearing, like, for like the last minute straight, I've been hearing continuous thunder, basically. And obviously if the power goes out, that means the internet goes out, which is not going to be ideal. Yeah, I've seen you make quite a few thumbnails for the different streams I've done and such, for sure. Yep, there it is. It just happened right now. The I just saw the lights flicker out for a second, so I'm guessing the stream is going to start having an issue. Let's see here. And yeah, I realized that I appreciate you pointing out that I misspelled the the code for the message there. I'll have to make a new message for that. I had a feeling that might happen if I wasn't careful. I didn't. Excuse me. I didn't know there was supposed to be like my understanding is there wasn't supposed to be any thunderstorms really at this time, but all of a sudden the weather switched up, and now there's going on for the next couple hours. Well, hopefully everything will be alright. We're only like 2 hours into the stream so far. Yeah, if I was MadPat with a voice changer, then my channel would probably be about something that would get you guaranteed success. Like, if I was MadPat, I don't think I would make a channel about BTD5. I would probably be making videos about something that would be like a really popular topic. That's a nice way to look at it there. I'm too dead inside to be MadPat. Well, that's that's nice, brother. Oh yeah, sometimes the chat will freeze for sure, and you gotta exit out of it or something. I mean, I know for me the viewer count always freezes when I'm looking at the live chat. Well, I think anybody who was streaming for 8 hours a day would start to be tired if that's what you're really if that's really what you're getting at there, brother. I mean, I don't really know if you think it's actually genuinely like easy to do or fun to talk for 8 hours a day when you're literally playing a game that requires you to capture hundreds of tiles using the same strategy over and over. But like, I mean, in all seriousness, like I don't know what you really expect there, but there's only so much I can do there, brother. So I mean, if you, I don't know, if you watch my videos, it's obviously a totally different experience because I can have the time to actually like make the video the way I want. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, I'm fulfilling the promise that I made, but you're the one saying that I sound dead inside and stuff. And what I'm saying to you is that I don't think you would have a lot of fun either doing it, or like you would enjoy the experience, if you will, of talking about Bloons Monkey City for 8 hours a day. And it starts to get a little bit tiresome for sure. I mean, especially because people are going to be literally talking about whatever they want in chat regardless. Like, people are literally role-playing right now about, what is it, like a freaking Pokemon Five Nights at Freddy battle or whatever's going on there. So it's like, there's only so much that I can say, brother, that will really even have an effect on anything. Because I'll look at the chat and it'll be totally just like random or like there's something crazy going on there. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna fulfill what I promised to do. And also the other thing is that once the city is actually at a point in which there's really something to show, it'll be a lot more interesting again. Unfortunately, a big part of this game too is like just capturing tiles endlessly and waiting until you can finally build all the towers you want. But at least things are getting to a point in which we're actually seeing some progress, I would say. Like later on in the stream, I would say things will be a lot better. I mean, things always start slow as well because I always have to capture like a million more tiles in order to actually do anything, but I don't know. It's hard to talk, at least for me, it's hard to talk for 8 or 9 hours and sound excited because my throat literally gets like sore eventually just like talking all day. So it's just kind of hard to have like the inflection, I guess, that sounds like like I can be like, in today's video, we're going to be finding out what exactly, but talking like that for 8 hours would be insanely hard to do. Like, yeah, I can do it for my videos, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking kind of quiet and just however, because again, it is just constantly like, besides the small like breaks I take here and there, it's just constantly me yapping on about basically this game. And it's, I don't know. But it is like a little bit tough after a while. Especially like it's tough to have a voice that sounds real enthusiastic just because I'm trying to do my best to talk in a way that allows me to continue going on without my throat getting all like sore, the muscles in my throat and stuff getting tired. Yeah, I mean it's definitely been a lot playing the game 8 hours a day. I think it's gonna really be worth it, as we continue to develop the city though, for sure, and things reach a point in which we have like, ooh, let's not crash the game. But I think it'll be really exciting once we actually have the whole city built out. I should randomly yell, "Wake up!" It might be funny to you, but I feel like there's people that like isn't Rose watching this? Yeah, Rose said that she was gonna watch the stream to sleep. So, oh, and actually, that's another reason why I talk quietly, is because there are people who will tell me that they're like watching the stream to sleep and stuff, and I try not to like be super loud because I don't want to just like randomly wake people up either. I think we'll be okay here. Let me just put this down real quick. Yeah, we should be fine. All right. I just want to go grab an energy drink really quick. If I die, then I'll use Bloons stones. Yeah, I'm glad it didn't come back to me having lost, and instead for once it actually came back to me winning. These extra 20 bloon stones for every 3 tiles is pretty nice too. Alright, how many submarines do we have to place down? It's probably a lot. Yeah, we got all these over here. It's 5 right there. So I don't even know. Well, if I capture enough lake tiles, we can probably get them all over here, but... What energy drink is it today? Specifically, these have a ton of sugar, so they're really bad for you, but it's a Rockstar energy drink. It's the whipped strawberry flavor, and it tastes really good, but like I said, it has an insane amount of sugar. Here, I'll give it the can of Kraken Asbury though. Oh yeah, ninjas are banned here, so but the Buccaneers really bad here. I think actually it makes sense to just, especially if you don't want to use the Darling Gunner, which I don't feel like it just makes sense to start with Dart Monkeys. I didn't mean to get, I meant to go for a 2-3 like triple dart on this one as well, but I'm just gonna get the Juggernaut here and they can just deal with the leads for us. I'm like, screw it, I don't really care. There's no monkey teams going anyway, so I don't really care what towers I use or what happens. You love some can opening? Also, if you guys want, I can definitely open a knowledge pack after this. This is definitely not ideal. I might actually, for once, get an engineer here. Because I think with the sentry gun, it would be really valuable. And also, this guy will at least pop leads for us super early, even though, again, it's in a terrible spot. I can get more defense down here, at least, too. Time for you to open up 2 knowledge packs. Any guesses? Okay, so I'm trying to guess seriously. I think you're gonna get in your first pack probably nothing good. It'll probably be like 3 commons and a rare. But your second pack is gonna have a bounty of red hot spikes. That's what I think. Have I been doing contested territory? No, I haven't been doing it. Partially because it takes a while, and I've been dedicating, especially the last like few streams, to me just focusing exclusively on building the city itself. But also the other reason is because the Super Monkey got banned, so it's gonna take even longer, and I just haven't really wanted to do that on stream, so I haven't been doing it. And I mean, I can't really justify playing the game outside of streaming because that would be a lot when I'm already playing, 8 or 9 hours a day. So I haven't been doing it since the last one, so I haven't gotten the event rewards. I'd like to get the ancient packs, but I'll try to get one from the boss at least. I've already beaten level 7, so I should pretty easily get. Actually, I don't think I'm going to get an ancient pack in time for tomorrow's stream, so tomorrow I can definitely do the contested territory as well, though. At least go up to level 69 for the rewards. Really? I hate this game so much when it does that. Just like, I'm going to send you random stuff to make sure that you lose. That's how it's like designed. That's like the whole point in it of Bloons Monkey City. It's basically just like, it's like playing against a really annoying person on BTD battles that doesn't really know how to play the game, but it's like you're both noobs and they just like send you rushes to win. That's like the entirety of Bloons Monkey City, and it'll like to randomly send you something to make sure that it can just defeat you once. It likes to slow you down. I feel like part of it is they just want to keep you playing the game as long as possible. Or they want you to... I guess they want you to spend bloon stones to continue. Because ultimately, obviously, if you are spending your bloon stones all the time with stuff like that, then you run out, you might be incentivized to spend more money buying them. I actually guessed right with the bounty of Red Hot Spikes. That's actually pretty legendary, man. Imagine if after this, I actually got a dark legendary card myself in my next pack. It might be possible. No, but that's really cool though. If you're being serious, that I actually managed to guess that. Obviously, it's just a total random chance, but it's pretty funny though. Yeah, I guess I'll just focus on getting the Dartling Gunners here and get a village for those, and we should be alright. If I get a Dark Legendary, one of the mods, please ban you. That's an interesting request, for sure, but... if it did happen, that would actually be insane, though. Oh, come on. Alright. We should be alright here. But I definitely need to get more defense. The glue gunners really did do a lot for us. And if those camos didn't come out, then we would just be fine to everything. But there's no way to fit this village on everything here, unfortunately. So that's kind of annoying. Unless I put it maybe right here. Maybe. I don't really think so, though. Oh no, everything is underneath it. Wow. Nice. Alright. Excuse me. We should be right here. Well, maybe not. If we survive this, then I'm definitely gonna have to get... Come on, come on, come on, come on. We actually will survive, okay. The glue really helped a little bit there. It helped me catch a little bit of stuff, and I'm just gonna leave it there. But I think what we need to do now is this... Well, no. We need to sell these as well. There we go. But now we're totally fine with the Hydra Rocket Pod here. Well, I say totally fine, but maybe not quite. Not quite yet, I guess. So we gotta get through one more round. Or two. I gotta play better. I was gonna say I gotta play better with the Hydra Rocket Pod. Is why I almost had issues there. Because I was gonna say it should be way stronger against the Moab. There we go. Just have a couple of these down. This should get us through a couple of rounds here. Let me save them enough and just keep on upgrading other towers from here. Yeah, okay, for sure. The glue splatter. Sell that off, get the glue hose. And then I'll upgrade this guy to a hydro rocket pod as well. And then I'll get the Spectre and we should be fine. No, or I'll just get the laser cannon by accident. There we go. If I got, yeah, well, if I did get a Dark Legendary card, that would actually be insane, though. And I wouldn't really, I would actually have to pop off. If I get a Dark Legendary card, I'll actually open up 10 knowledge packs. Actually, no, if I get a Dark Legendary card, I'll open 50 knowledge packs. Seriously, if I get a Dark Legendary card, I'll open 50 knowledge packs afterwards, because there's just no way. In all seriousness, there's no way that happens. But yeah, I'll open 50 of the knowledge packs. I mean, it'll be the same people watching today as tomorrow anyway, so it's not like anybody's really going to miss it if they want to see that. But no, I definitely think, there's a chance, I think there's a chance I get a bounty card. But I don't think it'll be a Dark Legendary. You're back. Well, hopefully you're doing well. Appreciate you coming back to the stream. So I could probably sell that and then get the Spectre up here. There we go. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper to get the camera than buying the radar scanner on that when these already have camera detection. Now we should be good. Oh, or not. We definitely need a... Oh, Bloon Troopers are banned here, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, well, definitely need to be careful. I guess I need to keep the Dartlings right here, because in this spot they'll just destroy the DDTs. Why do you all have overclocks? You're asking me the wrong questions, or you're asking the wrong person that question rather, because I don't know. Isn't this the game that you guys came up with here that you're playing? Come on, really? I don't even know what just, like, wait, how did we just, what just happened? How did we just survive that? That was, okay, that was really weird. That kind of just, like, broke my brain there. I don't even know what just happened, but okay. Barely got that. Yeah, the DDTs are crazy on this tile. Darling Gunner's really the only thing saving us from there. Yeah, I don't really know how I survived that DDT. That's a good question. Maybe it's a sign that we have some good luck here, and that we're gonna also get a Dark Legendary card in the next pack. For once, this is like the one time where the game decided to be generous instead of being unforgiving. Like every other time. Oh, it's just one pack. What if it gives it the Dark Legendary card now too? All right, let's first do this, of course. And I'll defend the attack after as well. But like I said, if I get a Dark Legendary card, I'll genuinely open 50 knowledge packs. I'm not kidding about that. Alright, guys. Place your bets on what do you think I'm going to get. Oh yeah, I appreciate you putting the server link in there. I don't have anything linked right now because I deleted the message since I had the wrong code. Yeah, you guys let me know what you think I'm gonna get in there. If we did get that, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? And 7 coins. I like how you always say 7 coins. Like, I don't think you can get 7 coins. No, we got a common engineer. Not what you want to see on the first card. Alright, a rare dart monkey. We gotta hope that this will be the bounty card here. It better be something. Wow, it's a shame. Oh, you said glue gunner. Well, you got right about the glue gunner. It was a sad way to get it. Well. You win some and you lose some, right? That would have been crazy though. We actually got some like super good luck or something. We got almost 70 viewers right now as well. Appreciate all you guys. I like how the Buccaneers are preferred here, but it's like it looks like path should be here, but there is no path. So it's like the Buccaneers are not good here really. Like the map just doesn't allow them to be so. Actually, I wonder if glue splatter triple dart is a good start. Because like if you don't have the camo craziness going on, you shouldn't have to face camo lids immediately. And you can get a wizard as well with these. So it's like I feel like the having the 2-2 glue gunner might be pretty powerful as a start. Because on the first few rounds the balloons are pretty weak that you have to face. And you can work on getting a 2-1 or a 2-2 wizard. And keep your luck for tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow we might have some crazy stuff happening for sure. I mean, and I'm curious to see how many packs we can get by then. Because I have almost 200 now. I remember the other day WM donated and said to open 3 packs. And on the last pack I opened, I got a bounty of 4 Monkey Knowledge packs, which was pretty nice. You might not be able to stay for much longer. Your power just flickered. You must... So you got a storm going on over there. So you must live in the... Well, I don't know. Maybe you have a different storm, but... I was gonna say, you must be in a pretty similar area to myself, brother. But, yeah, actually, when I was saying that earlier, there was starting to be a storm coming in, but thankfully it kind of passed by and everything was fine, so I got lucky. You never try monkey in space because it's not the best? I mean, I think it's worth it for the crashed UFO tile and for... Oh wow, the one red balloon, that's crazy. I think it's worth it for the crashed UFO tile though. And for the... Come on, don't just lose there. Alright, cool. And for the astronaut monkeys that you get. Yeah, I think triple dart spam's pretty good. And then once you get those down, you can then save up for the fan club pretty quickly too. Yeah, how's it going, Philippe or Philip? You were watching some of my videos and you were wondering why part 2 of ranking every Bloons game never came out. Yeah, that's a good question, man. I mean, well, the main reason that I never made that is because some of my other videos about BTD5 specifically really started taking off, and it just kind of seemed like it wasn't something that would work out at the time. So I never really ended up getting around to making it, I guess. And honestly, like, the funny part, oh, I gotta be careful here. The funny part is I was like, when I was recording the audio for that video, I remember I was on vacation too, and hold on here. And I remember people like the one guy being like, "Oh, my right ear enjoyed this audio or enjoyed the video and stuff like that." And I kind of realized that I needed to get like a better setup at that point. And it was sort of like a turning point because that was the video I made a week after I made the video about dart monkeys in every game that happened to do really well. But yeah, no, I mean, I just never made a part 2 to that video because I guess, once again, I wasn't really playing the other Bloons games. But I think that if I really ever come back to that, which would be a good idea, what I would do is probably make a video that's like ranking every Bloons game ever made. And I would rework the whole rankings that I made originally because not everything is a ranking that I would still probably stand by today. I mean, I would still definitely say Bloons Pop 3 is the worst Bloons game ever made because I think that it's genuinely the only Bloons game I've ever played that reminds me of a crappy mobile game. And it's just really like, there's just nothing really to it. And Hot Air Balloon also, I would say it's, Hot Air Balloon might be, I mean, saying worst Bloon game ever made, I guess, is like subjective, but yeah, no, I mean, I'd be interested though in do that again, and I appreciate you asking that, Cyclone. Also, I appreciate everyone's watching the stream as well. Hopefully, everyone's having a great day. Something I really like to do is let me see if I can get the timing here. No, I messed it up. This is really funny though. If you get it, like, I think it's right. Wait, okay, am I not doing it right? Hold on. It should be, maybe it's when it, oh yeah, it's right when it flies out of the top loop. There we go. Whoa, you can also get it. Okay, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could also get it to do that with the other one, but I know, yeah, when you get it to fly right out of its top loop, I messed it up there, but you can get it to, like, shoot really high up on the map. Like, it'll fly up. Yeah, look at that. It's almost high enough to where the projectile wasn't even shooting at the balloons for a second. And that's one of my favorite things to do. Also, I like how the Spectre just makes it so I don't have to use the Super Monkey thing anymore. Ooh, that was close. Can I get balloon chippers here? No. Of course not. That should deal a decent amount of damage if another DDT comes out. And if it does, I'll be ready for it. The last towel had a ton of DDTs, though. Yeah. The Super Monkey fan club is actually insanely powerful. And with 2 of them, obviously, it's a lot cheaper than getting the Super Monkeys as well. Like, all the Super Monkeys. And also, they have extra Pierce because they take on the Dart Monkey upgrades. Let me okay, these, let me take these out here. That I'm gonna leave over there. How many tiles do I have of so far? I only have 5, so yeah, I want to have the submarines out here because I think that'd be pretty cool. These are like further out tiles. And it'll be like something else to kind of add to this area, I would say. But like the submarines you would think are doing like some exploration. So I think it'd be cool to have them out here near the wizard monkeys. You know, add a little bit to the area. But I should capture those and then let's see how many more I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's okay, so I only need 7 more, which I say only, it's still a lot, but yeah, because the rest of them are, although I don't know if I need any more. Wait, no, I don't need 7, I need 6 more. That one's obviously supposed to be over here. But yeah, okay, so those have that. I guess they'll have the 1, yeah, so that's 4. And I don't know if I'm going to put the other Super Monkey building over here. But I probably should, yeah. Because there's nowhere really else to good to put it, so. And it's kind of close to the zone over here, but I think it's alright. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, and also, I guess this is what it's like when you have no quests to do. There's just nothing in there. That should be alright. I mean, it's kind of close. Well, it's really close to this area, but it's alright. I mean, they have this space, and, you know, they live along the lake still. I could always move the... Well, no, actually, I guess the boomerangs would be good up here. Because, yeah, I'm not going to have them down here. I'll try to keep that tile, like, left alone, though. But I am pretty proud of this industrial zone, especially. I think it looks pretty cool. All these buildings in the center. And there is room for a little bit more stuff if I need to put it here as well. But, yeah. You got the farms over there. And the city road looks pretty good too. I mean, obviously it needs to connect to something else here, which I'm going to have to... I might extend this area down further or something, but the lake tiles obviously would get in the way. So I don't know if it would make more sense to have something small down here. I don't know exactly what I want to put there yet, but I'll have to figure that out too. So yeah, I'll capture these 2 and then 1, 2, 3, 4 probably. So that way it kind of goes along here. Yeah, well, let's take care of this first. The pack mode seems like a tougher tile. You only ate 45 raw snails yesterday, which means you're still alive. I'm not sure what to say about that, brother, but... It's definitely interesting to say the least. I don't know if you're, like, kidding around. Well, I would think so. Surely. Your Spectre has a chance not to pop leads at certain angles because the darts seem to fly a bit lower than the bombs. I mean, if that's true, that's pretty weird. That's definitely an interesting piece of tech there that Ninja Kiwi included if they really have different heights for the bombs versus the darts. Or, I guess, I mean, that could make sense, so that way the bombs can come underneath them, like so they can both fly together. But again, that's pretty interesting to say the least. I don't know if I've ever seen that specifically, but you're playing BTD 6 right now. I guess what's it called? There's a lot like going on in that game, from what I understand. People were saying there's like the collection event, and then there's also I think there's also well, I know there's the community thing going on with the map as well, like the map design contest. Yeah, I'll be really glad once I finally have all these tiles captured that I really want. And I can also work on the city in a little bit as well to mix things up for sure. Like, there's going to be some more buildings that I want to move around within the main city based on the area that we have. And especially, like, moving the submarines and Buccaneers doesn't really do anything for that anyway, so... Maybe use the one village to get the second one discounted here. There we go. I actually got a clutch for once. It's nice. Nice. Oh, just barely. We're just barely okay. And the glue hose is worth getting right here because the balloons, like if the Moab gets popped, it'll come back around and still get glued, so... Is the stream really having a lot of latency issues or something? You gotta go Super Tatum. Yeah, man. Well, hopefully you have a good rest of your day, or if you come back, then that'll be cool as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what the problem would be, but if the stream's having issues, then I mean, you know, obviously it doesn't have to keep on going on today. If a lot of people are having issues with it, I mean, there's not much I can do beyond trying to figure out what the issue is and maybe stream it later, but you know, I mean, like I said, if there's like any sort of latency issues or something, then and that's causing it's making it hard to watch, then yeah, obviously I wouldn't want to keep on subjecting you guys to that. It can definitely be a little bit tough when like things that like variables out of your control kind of affect things like that, but I mean, just let me know. It seems to be running all right when I opened it back up, but I know that when I looked at OBS there were a ton of dropped frames, so it's not like clearly it hasn't been running very well at times. And I know earlier, obviously, when the storm came through, that didn't help either, because like I was saying, the power like actually flickered out for a second. But yeah, hopefully things will be alright. I mean, I would, you know, the biggest goal of the streaming was obviously to complete what I set out to do initially, and what I promised to do, which was streaming for 7 days for at least 8 hours a day while building the ultimate city, which is what I set out to do, but or it's what I still like, you know, plan to do. But if there are issues with it or anything, then I would have to at least try to figure that out as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to use the 20 Bloonstones. At least the Bloonstone teams is going on. I mean, it's a little bit annoying to waste the Bloonstones on that, but you know, it is what it is. I think that's the first time it's happened, at least. But that's just really annoying because we were right at the end there. You got the legendary stuff from the pack you decided to open? Well, that's good. Seems like a pretty good prize to get, or a pretty good card to get, especially like when you're at a point where you can rank up pretty quickly, I would say still. Yeah, pack moves are a little bit tough to take out too. Well, it seems like the stream is running well now, at least. I mean, we have less viewers, I saw, but the amount of dropped frames has been remaining consistent, hasn't been going up, so... Oh my god, okay. I'm just gonna exit out there, because I'm not gonna waste 40 Bloonstones on that. That's really frustrating. I mean... I don't really understand why the game has to be that way sometimes. I just opened up BTD5 by accident, so that's what I'd probably rather be playing, honestly, at this point. Yeah, but it's like such an annoying way for the game to like basically have like a gotcha round. It's like, oh. Congratulations there. No, but I mean, obviously it's my fault for for playing poorly in all seriousness. I gotta use a Spectre, I guess. That'd be better. But I don't want to waste more Bloonstones on that at this point. These water tiles are super annoying though. It barely got everything, but if we get a second triple dart, that should help a lot. At least for the first couple rounds here. Hopefully everyone who's still here is doing pretty well. The chat's been pretty pretty dead, so I just haven't really had too much to say, but it looks like our dropped amount of frames is still the same, so at least the stream should be running alright now. Well, I'm gonna mute my mic for 1 second so I can go use the restroom real quick. I don't know why this game's being so annoying right now. Like, okay. I guess it just really wants to do its best to slow me down at this point. It's like I've captured too many tiles or something for it to be... I guess that's not allowed, you know? Oh my god. No, but... I'm just kidding, obviously. In all seriousness, it is just really annoying. Like, I'm just trying to get this city done at this point. I don't feel like sitting here and struggling with random annoying tiles that all of a sudden decide to be extra difficult for no reason when they're normally not that way at all. Like, I've been cruising through them completely fine. And I seriously just want to have the city set up at this point because it's like there's just been so much mindless tile grinding just to get all the towers in the right spots and everything else. And I just want to be able to set up the city the rest of the way already. Which obviously, like, that's why most people don't like to play Bloons Monkey City long term. Because realistically speaking, it becomes really annoying after a while to make any sort of progress. And it just feels kind of pointless if you already have enough tiles for all your buildings. But hopefully I'll be able to get these 2 tiles and it won't be such a problem. I know that I gotta use the lightning wizard with monkey sense in order to pop these early tiles here, and I'll stop complaining because I'll stop. Like, obviously, it's my fault for losing. So I'll stop being a whiner there for real. Although also, if the stream continues having latency issues, I don't really... Like, I saw when I went to go pause it before, a couple more frames dropped. Now it looks like it's fine, so... I won't stop streaming now, but like if it keeps on having these latency issues, I will have to do something there. Because it is getting like really ridiculous how the stream's freezing out. And yeah, we can see the amount of viewers that we have definitely reflects those those issues with the stream. And I don't mind having a smaller amount of viewers, but I don't want everybody who's here to have a terrible viewing experience because the stream keeps dropping out or something. So hopefully everything will be okay. Excuse me. Everything will be okay moving forward, and we can keep on capturing these tiles I need. After I get this tile, I'm actually gonna go and work on the city a little bit though, because it is a bit mindless for both me, and I imagine it's pretty annoying for you guys too to keep on watching that as well. That's also like, I'm like, come on, really? Okay, so what am I supposed to... Like, what am I supposed to have here? Then, if dart monkeys are not good enough. Alright then. I guess it's just time to use the most broken strategy in the game. As always. I thought I could get away from it, but nope. There is never an escape from the Dartling Gunner strategy. Let's see. Okay, it is pretty bad actually still. Yeah, this tile like really wanted to just like be as tough as possible, I guess. I don't think I'm gonna survive here either. Okay, I don't really know what's I don't really know what's wrong with this tile, honestly, why it's like being like that. That's not really normal. I guess there's something like up with it, like I don't know, because unless they decided to update the game right at the moment and just make harder tiles all of a sudden, because it certainly doesn't give any rewards that are according to that though. Like they all give like the same amount. But no, I don't know why it's like that, but I'm just gonna look at the city here and see what I can do with that, because honestly I don't feel like dealing with that right now. It's starting to like honestly annoy me. Alright, so I definitely want to set up the tack shooters and spike factories next. And I know these are all their like buildings, that's why I moved them over here. Like their special buildings and stuff, so let me pick all that up. It'd be cool to have villages incorporated potentially as well. But let me pick all these up here and see if I can find I don't know, like, I guess, I mean, I'll have them in this area probably, but I don't know exactly how I want to position them. I can probably put the dart buildings over by their area as well, but I'll have to capture a few tiles or something, or figure out how I want to set everything up. The chest tile had his 10 regrow ceramics on the final round. Yeah, it does sound pretty annoying for sure, man. I got 3 of the UFO tiles also. I could always use those. That'd be cool. So these are statues, the Franken monkeys, huh? But the crashed UFO tile or UFO things I should probably use somewhere special, but I'll figure that out later. I mean, having a graveyard and stuff would be cool. Okay, I'm trying to think like how I should set these up. Rather. Okay. Let me pull these over here to the left really quick. Or, I mean, I'm trying to think of like how I want to set them up. I could always have a little bit more space between them and the temple. And also the temple itself, I can't really, I don't know, where is the consecrated ground thing? I don't even see it. I'm not sure how far down I can move the temple. Yeah, it doesn't look like I guess you're not allowed to put it like there or anything, so it's only in this little area. There's not that much more space. I'm trying to think of like how to like use this space or like what would make the most sense. I could always build more of these buildings too to like fill out a whole pattern or something if I want to. Finally organizing. I've been doing so for the last few days. I don't know when the last time you watched the stream was, but yeah, I've been working on that. And how's it going, Card Monkey? Alright, let me put these up here. There we go. And then I can build a few more things to kind of fill it out. But I've also got all these upgrade buildings and stuff for them too. Oh, let me also okay, so I also have one of the more, so that goes like there, and then I can put it like here to kind of fill out the grid, and then this will go there. But then the problem is I have one extra of these, so I'm like, okay, well, do I want to just put that at the top there, or would I just want to put like one of their actual buildings at the top. Let's see. This would probably be pretty cool to have at the top, I think. You finally got all the special buildings. That's really good. It definitely takes a while for sure to do that. You're going to sleep because you need to wake up early. Alright, Mom. Hopefully you have a good night, brother. So yeah, I can build 2 more spike factories here to kind of complete the grid. And then I don't have to keep this either. I could always delete that building. Because I don't use the I don't use the tack shooters anyways. And if I'm building 2 spike factories to replace the 1 tack shooter, I'm not going to lose XP, so I'm not really worried about that. Alright, I'll figure that out, what I want to do exactly with that, but let me just save the game real quick. What do you mean that I look tired? What, did you hack my computer? And you're staring at me or something? Because I don't know how we, I mean, I obviously could sound tired, certainly. Which I'm sure I do, but, yeah, as far as looking tired, I'm like, I'm not quite sure how you would, know that, or wouldn't know that, but, okay, I just realized I have to build the tack shooter buildings. I'm not building the spike factory buildings. Which means that realistically I might lose more XP. Because this is probably worth more XP. So, well, it's probably about the same. It's probably about a net neutral. Oh yeah, the sub-weapons research has to be put somewhere too. I don't really know where to put that at. Probably near the submarines, I would say, huh? Oh yeah, well, duh, let me put them near the mountain tiles. Let's see here. Yeah, because I was going to say I have the 1 mountain tile that I had to capture, this one, so it probably makes sense to put this right here. And then also this, I don't know, I mean, I guess we could have 1 Buccaneer building, or 1 port, but I don't know if it really makes sense to have a port right there, or if it really is necessary. And I could probably move this over to the main area. Well, I don't know, I could leave that over there for now. I guess we'll see. I should also be able to send stuff to people finally. But yeah, the city's been coming along pretty well, I would have to say. I guess these take the longest. Yeah, this building takes 4 hours to build, I guess, which is pretty crazy. There's only 2 hours left on the boss, which is pretty good as well. But let's see. Alright, I guess let me try to Well, this tile, this tile wasn't that bad to capture. Like at the end, I mean, I wasn't playing the best, but I could have gotten a Spectre or done something else to survive. So yeah, I think that would be the best idea is to just capture this one first. The other one was really like annoying. I was actually kind of struggling there, so I'll have to really focus when I'm actually doing it and try to play well. I mean, starting with the Darling Gunners would be a lot better too, because I would obviously have a lot more money to work with as opposed to me trying to sell off all my Dart Monkeys. Um, so you're saying to use the windmills to get to a higher level and then demolish them all once I get to level 40 because I guess you're saying like it'll work. Like it'll still give me the rewards or something cuz I didn't or like I'll still have the stuff I mean for the level 40 cuz if that's the case it's pretty interesting. Also, yeah, it looks like the stream is definitely not running super well right now. So I might just end the stream early today because it's definitely not. I can see it's the bit rate is like really terrible right now, or the kilobytes per second, and the amount of dropped frames is just rapidly increasing. And I saw it stopped for a second before, so yeah, I can see it's lagging really bad. So there's not too many people in the chat, so. I probably will honestly end things early because it definitely seems like it's not working super well here. And I'll try to figure that out for tomorrow's stream. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to keep on capturing tiles. Yeah, the stream just ended too again, so. Alright, like it just ended prematurely again, so. Yeah, it's running horribly. I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm going to try to figure that out.